What is up, everybody? We are here along the Ohio River. We're about an hour and a half, 2 hours from home, and we're getting ready to actually test out the aero disc on curvy roads. Because without me having the back brake, I want to get out, test the curvy roads, since that's what I'm known for and what I love to do. I do a lot of roll racing, but really want to check out how the rear brake's going to be and affect me on curvy roads. So I'm literally just out here enjoying this beautiful day. It's finally about 70-ish degrees out today. It's not too bad. It started the morning out at about 50 degrees, and we are up there now at almost 70 degrees. I've been out for quite a few hours now, and it's freaking nice to be out here. Sorry if it's a little windy. I don't have my camera set up, so it might be a little windy on this intro, but yeah, hopefully you enjoy this video. I'm really loving the M1000. It's still stock height. Nothing major done to it yet other than the aero disc. But yeah, flip around the camera real quick. Beautiful shot of the Ohio River and the M1000. I got plenty of reels and pictures and stuff coming of this, but let's go ahead and get into today's video. 62 degrees outside today. Somewhat windy out, especially out here in the wide open on these beautiful country roads. Let's see if we can have a little fun. I have not been on the M1000 to do this kind of riding in probably a year. It has been a very, very long time, and much needed for sure. As many of you know that's been following my channel for a very long time, this is where I live. I have done a lot of roll racing the past year and a half or so, and it's only getting more and more so, but I've not forgotten about these beautiful curvy roads. And just up ahead is going to be quite a few back-to-back curvy roads, so just leading up to it. Hopefully I don't get too much traffic, which I shouldn't, because the location on that, it's not a real busy road, and we are literally like out kind of in the middle of nowhere. I do gotta be careful though, because every house and business along this road is pretty much going to be gravel, so I got to be really careful about that along this route. But usually it's not too bad, especially where it's really curvy at. It is pretty much nothing around. There are a couple roads that will come out here and there, but again, not too much traffic. And it's a beautiful paved road too, which is what I love most about it. So I do have the aero disc on, which means no rear brake. So that's something else I want to try out, because I get asked a lot, how do you brake? How's the braking power? This, that, and the other, since I don't have the rear brake. So it's something I was wanting to get out and try out today, because I personally don't use my rear brake a lot. And if anybody watches Moto America, a gentleman named Josh Herron, a few seasons ago he was with a different race team than he is now, and they always taught him not to use the rear brake. So he's taught himself not to use the rear brake even in professional racing, and so he had to retrain himself how to use it, this, that, and the other. But he was in professional racing without using the rear brake. Like, he had it on the bike, but he never used it in professional racing. So it's very, very, very doable, and stuff like that's way more needed for brakes and, racing on a track than it is kind of out here on the roads. Yeah, it's nice to have it out here on the roads sometimes, but as long as you're careful, the front brake is way more, especially on the BMWs. I mean, it's a lot of braking power for these bikes, especially just for your everyday riding around town and stuff like that. Your rear brakes are way more than you'll ever really need, as long as you're abiding by the speed limits and this, that, and the other. Front brakes do amazing, especially on the BMWs. Front brakes are phenomenal. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and go around these guys. About this road, it is very high speed for these corners because they're such long swooping turns that you can go very, very fast around them. I could be leaning so much more right now, but it's still a bit chilly outside, and I've not done this in quite some time. But does that feel amazing to be back on this curvy road? Good Lord, it feels great to be back on the curvy road again. And that's a lot of downhill. I don't know how much cameras are really going to be picking it up, but this is the roads are really, really downhill. So as you're going through them, you got to be careful too, because you're going to be picking up momentum going through the corners. So you got to be careful of that as well. But that whole time I passed, what, one semi? Other than that, I've had zero traffic along here, which is really, really nice. That's why I love this road so much. I just wish I didn't have to go as fast around them, just because they're such long swooping turns. You gotta have that speed if you're really wanting to lean through them. So I'm used to going this way. I usually don't go back up the hill, but I think I might turn around and why not go back the other way and try it out. I'm used to coming downhill than I am going uphill, so we'll try it. Barely leaning my motorcycle. I feel like I'm far over, but my bike itself is barely leaning over. I'm only at 42 and 43, which is nothing. I could push the bike over a lot more, but what's the point whenever I can kind of hang off a little more, keep my bike more upright, be more safe about it. But that's what people don't understand. It's like, what's your lean angle? And everybody's wanting to have the bike so far leaned over. You don't even need the bike to lean over that far. If you're hanging off and you're, going through them, let's pick up a little momentum here. You don't have to lean the bike that far over as long as you're kind of hanging off. I would rather be hanging off the bike way more and have the bike more straight up and down and going through a corner than to have the bike leaned really, really far, especially at those speeds. You lose traction and you are done for. So I'm going to whip it around here. Nobody coming. We'll cut it back the other way. I know I got a few cars in front of me. Just no issue. So we still at, yep, 42, 43. I just got to be real careful of going back, because I know there's traffic that way, so, and I'm going to catch them very, very quickly, so I'm just going to kind of slow up here a bit, let them get up ahead, because I know there was quite a few cars, so it's pointless for me to just pass the one and then get hit, you know, stuck behind another, so might as well just slow it up here a bit. Curvy roads at, you know, 60 and 70 mile an hour, I will lean way farther over. I will lean the bike farther over than I will at the speeds I am going now, just because I feel like the bike's gonna have a lot more traction than, plus right now, like I said, it's literally like 60, it's reading 66 degrees out, so it has warmed up quite a bit. I started my ride today at 52 degrees, so it has warmed up quite a bit today. Alright. Oh, we do have another bike behind us. Nice, nice. Almost went off the road there a little bit. Just a little bit. This gentleman behind us is on a cruiser. He's catching up some. Nice, nice. That one felt good. That felt really good. And like I said, car up ahead, but I caught him at a good spot. Kind of at a good spot. It's a nice little curvy spot, but I caught him. At least I wasn't barreling through the corner. Does it feel good though to be back, you know, vlogging like this? It's definitely a different feel vlogging like this. Instead of just always racing, always at the meets. It's really hard to just chill and ride and talk to you guys. Absolutely, I'm still loving the M1000. I've not done anything to it. I'm waiting on parts to come back in stock for it. So no changes other than the aero disc has been made to this in the past few months. I am waiting on lowering link to come back in stock. Because I am going to lower the bike 1 inch. That lowering link should be in this month, hopefully, which will be nice. The S1000's got a lot of upgrades. If you haven't seen, go watch that last video. It's gotten massive upgrades in the last couple weeks, and we're actually going, as long as weather stays nice, we are about going back down south again to test out that Busa front fender on the S1K. I want to know if it works, so we will be doing that shortly. So hopefully within a week, and whenever I post this video, yeah, it'll still probably be about a week for you guys too, once I get this video uploaded. ahead and swing around here, and then I know I got that semi in front of me, so I just got to be careful with that semi and the biker that was back behind me. Oh, nice driveway here to just turn around safely in. Oh, nice. That's kind of unusual for out here. I know that semi is going to take forever. I might just chill. Oh, got people here. So, we're going to have to go because I don't want to freak them people out there sitting in their house. I just had to turn around. Don't shoot me. Good thing is, again, no cars back behind us. Wonder what happened to that cruiser that was back behind us, because I got held up by a lot of traffic. Hopefully he's okay. Wonder if he turned off somewhere. He had to have turned off or something, because this car obviously was not in between us. So wish I could read minds just to know what people think as I come through corners. Some of them wave at me, have the biggest smile on their face, which I love to see. Coming in a little hot. I wonder where that semi went too. I wonder if the semi turned off. It's going way too slow for that turn. That turn. There's the semi on this beautiful long sweeping turn too. Good area to catch him on. That turn right there is so nice. It's such a long swooping turn. Beautiful, beautiful turn. So yeah, another thing I get asked a lot, speaking of not having the rear brake, is how I blocked off the ABS block. I literally just put electrical tape over where the rear brake was. You can put a screw in it if you guys are, want to put a screw in it. Just message me down in the comments and I'll tell you the size of the screw, because I don't remember off the top of my head. But make sure that it is a round head for like an Allen key or a Torx bit. Make sure that it has a round head on it, not an actual bolt, because it will not fit properly. But you can just put electrical tape over the ABS block for the rear brake, and just make sure you get all the fluid out, which is just, stick a paper towel down in there, and that's literally all you need to do to get the fluid out. no big deal whatsoever. Did I notice a difference going through those turns even at higher speeds? And on my ride today, I have already been out for, I don't know, a couple hours today. Low speed turns, high speed turns, you know, coming to stoplights, whatever, traffic, and I've not noticed any bit of difference. I know one thing, it's a lot more comfortable because you don't have the brake lever in your way down there for your foot, so that's really nice that you get a lot of extra room down there. You don't have to worry about touching it, hitting it, your boot getting caught on it, so that's really, really nice. That's something I like a lot. I don't notice a difference, you know, in braking power, because I had the lightweight rotor, which didn't stop a whole lot anyways. So that's another thing. I'm coming from a lightweight rotor, not an OEM rotor. So I didn't have a lot of metal on my rotor anyways for stopping power. So for me, I don't notice a bit of difference, honestly. Plus the lightweight rotor. I hit it one night whenever we were roll racing at night, and I just tapped the brake and just kind of, you know, I was sitting up, slowing down, tapping it, and that thing glowed beet red and was shooting sparks out of it. I thought my bike had something wrong with the brakes were locked up or something like that, and we literally, right after that pool, we got off the interstate, and I didn't know it at the time, got off the interstate just to review the footage and stuff, and we saw that footage of it glowing red. We looked at the brake, everything was fine, brakes weren't locked up, absolutely nothing wrong with the brakes. It was just that there's so little of metal there for the rear brake that it gets hot extremely quickly and got really, really red and really hot. So that's another reason why I was like, we're just going to go ahead and delete the rear brake. I don't wheelie on these things anyways, so I was like, what do I need a rear brake for if I don't wheelie? And, you know, when I'm doing my riding like this, same with that S1K chick, you know, we keep our lift control on, so I don't have to worry about the bike wheeling and stuff like that. So for me, removing the rear brake doesn't affect me or my riding or my life at all. So I went ahead and removed it. I highly recommend it if you guys are into this roll racing stuff. Plus the aero disc adds a great benefit to roll racing. I've knocked off from 60 to 180, knocked off a second of my time, easily knocked a second off my time, and I don't notice the bike, like that S1K chick was wondering if, since, you know, you have that big old disc on your rear brake, if you can feel it when you're riding, and then when it's real windy, do you feel like the wind's pushing against it? I've not noticed a difference, and I've done a lot of interstate riding and stuff with it on there, and I've not noticed a bit of difference with it on there. I actually know that the rolling resistance, you know, because you don't have the brake rubbing the rotor on the back, you can tell a difference. Even with the aero disc on there, I noticed almost an immediate difference with that the bikes, it actually rolls way easier. Even just like if I was to let off the throttle right now, the bike would just roll, and it doesn't slow it down as fast, just, you know, engine braking and stuff. So I did notice that. But I think that's pretty much it. Speaking of that S1K chick, she did start her own YouTube channel. There's one video up right now. There might be another one up by the time this one's out. All the traveling, everything will be over on her channel, and we will not be doing a lot of the content of like us traveling in the van on my channel. You'll see little snippets here and there in the beginning or middle end of the videos, but not a whole lot. Hers will be full-on videos of the van life, us traveling, how we travel, what we take with us, what we don't take with us, pros and cons of that. So go check out her channel. It's literally that S1K chick over on YouTube and Instagram, so check her out on Instagram as well. But until next time, I'm just going to slowly chill behind this guy for a little bit and get to the gas station and see what more content I come out with, because it is beautiful finally being able to get out and ride. It's been terrible weather the last few weeks, but until next time, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you beautiful people in the next one.